Hey traders, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about FUBO TV, ticker symbol FUBO. Now, this is just going to be a quick video breaking down the chart, taking a look at key patterns, key levels, and key indicators so we know what to expect in this coming week. Now, if you're wondering why I haven't made a more detailed breakdown on FUBO yet, well, there just hasn't been much news since earnings were released. So there's really nothing to break down aside from the chart. If any major news does come out, I'll make an update video. I'll tell you how that's going to affect the chart. However, for now, we just got to stick to the chart and play the technical analysis. Without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so before we begin, I just want to encourage everybody to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out tremendously. If we do get to 100 subscribers by the end of the weekend, I will be doing a full day live stream on Monday where I will answer any questions you guys have. I will break down charts, and I'll also show you guys my process for day trading, which is going to help us find the next 20 to 30 to 50% runner. So if that sounds good, subscribe to the channel and let's hop right into the analysis. Okay, so here we have the hourly chart for FUBO TV looking at the months of April and May. And right now we're actually sitting kind of at a pivotal point. Taking a look at the indicators. Now we did close below the VWAP on Friday. That's this yellow line right here. That's the volume weighted average price. And by closing below it, it means that the bears are in control heading into tomorrow's trading session. However, right under where we closed, there is this purple line at 2007 that represents the 21-day EMA. And that's a very crucial moving average that many traders like to use to evaluate whether we are in bullish or bearish territory in the short to intermediate term. And as you can see, we still are above this purple line, which means we are in bullish territory in the short to intermediate term. So we are getting close to testing this level. And I believe that if people are indeed bullish on FUBO TV, then this level will hold and we're going to get a bounce back. It makes it a very good buying area as well if it does get tested. Other indicators to take a look at, we have this blue line right here. That's the 50-day moving average. That's more of a longer term moving average. And as you can see, we still have some room to go before we get above it. But once we do reclaim it, things are going to start to look a lot more bullish for FUBO in the intermediate to long term. So that's a key level to watch out for as well. And the final indicator to take a look at is down here, the on balance volume. And as you can see, it's slowly starting to kind of curl and start to actually move back upwards. Earnings clearly help this out a ton. And the last time, we saw OBV at these levels. I mean, we can look back to February and more specifically March. Well, FUBO was trading in the high 20s and low 30s at that point when OBV was sitting right around this 2 mil mark. So that's something to keep an eye on. You do see volume buying take place right now, and obviously big money is interested in the future prospects of FUBO, probably once again dating back to this incredible earnings that they had earlier in the month. So those are the indicators I want to take a look at. Next thing we can take a look at is this general pattern that is kind of establishing right here, where we are still in a downtrend. Okay, so we have these lower lows that are pointed out by these three yellow lines and also these lower highs. And so we are still kind of matriculating in this downtrend. And now, you want to see this start to break course if you are long on FUBO. Technically, this thing could go all the way down into that 1590 zone that I have highlighted by this white line and then double bottom here before heading back up in order to break into an uptrend. But I mean, at really any point, you do want to see it kind of reverse course, set a higher low, and then break this 2203 marker, this white line right here, in order to fully establish that we are indeed in an uptrend. So that's something to keep an eye out too. When we take a look a little bit longer term on the chart, things are still heading in a downtrend, but I think this earnings report may have helped us get out of it. So if anything, we might see a double bottom or it could go a little bit lower, but then we're going to start to see it start pushing towards an uptrend. So that's something to keep an eye on. And the final thing we need to take a look at is just support and resistance levels. So, starting on the support side, we do have major support here at the 21-day EMA and this historical 1985 range. So, this entire range is going to kind of serve as support. Also, $20 falls in that range, and that's just kind of a key psychological support. So, expect to see a lot of pushback if this thing truly is going to break past $20. But then, if it does, then we do have support at 1910, 1831. 1786, 1680, and like I said, 1590 is also going to be a range that's probably going to get some support. People understanding that if it does hold 1590, well, then we may have double bottomed and it may be time for FUBO to slowly start grinding back upwards. Also, keep in mind these support levels because those are the best spots to buy FUBO at. Okay. By buying at support levels, you minimize your risk and maximize your upside, understanding that you can cut your position if a support doesn't hold. But if it does hold, all you have ahead is just upside. So that's always a good thing to keep in mind. And then taking a look at resistance and upside. All right. If FUBO does, hold this $20 range and start pushing back up, well, now we got resistance at 2070, $21, 2135, and 2165. And then we're going to have major resistance right here between $22 and 2235. Like I mentioned, if FUBO does crack this $22 range, well, all of a sudden it has set a higher high and we are in uptrend. So that's going to get some major pushback from the bears. And then also we have this 50-day moving average, which always comes with some pretty heavy resistance. So watch out for that in if you are long on the stock. If you do get to this point, it may be wise to scale out some of your position, especially if you were buying at low points like $15, $14. Definitely take some profits there. But other than that, let me know if you have any questions. If you agree with my analysis, if you disagree, what do you think is going to happen next week? And aside from that, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and have a great rest of your weekend.